notice?
Yeah, so the building design, the exterior design is something we spent a lot of time on and we think is a big wow moment. Just aren't a lot of buildings that turn 8 times and kind of rotate, almost have motion to them. But I think when they walk in and see the scoreboard, see that what we call a halo board, it's 58 feet tall, it's 1,100 feet around, I think that'll be different. I just hope that when they leave, that as much as that iconic design catches their eye, I hope that the fan experience and all the things we tried to look out for and that they impacted, I hope they are wowed about those.
For the season opener, Alabama and Florida State, the big question always is the roof going to be ready? Roof
will be ready, yeah. Roof's complete now. Roof's got its kind of top on it, if you will. We call it ETFE. That's the surface that's on top. The roof's been open and closed a couple times. We'll close it again probably towards the end of the month. No issues. We're good to go. Yes, the building will be ready to go. The roof's complex, right? I mean, each of those petals, those triangles, each individual petal weighs 500 tons, and that's heavy. So that took a long time for us to get there and get it right, but we're in a good place.
A lot of SEC history in the Georgia Dome. Are you hoping to have just as long, even longer with this new stadium?
We signed a long-term deal with them. The SEC championship has become a mini national championship, so it's a big game. And what we like about it is it fits right with where we are in Atlanta. A lot of people can drive to where we are that play in the SEC. So to us, it was the most important deal we were going to work on as we were moving into this stadium was going to be the SEC. I think I began talking to Commissioner Slive a long time ago and then finished the deal with Commissioner Sankey. So yes, we'll create some really cool moments. We really want the building to feel different for that day and that week even, because we want that building to feel like those teams, that's their home stadium, and we think we can create that environment.
Fan experience, you mentioned a lot about that and just talking to the fans to figure out what they wanted. What can people expect? And you just said, you want this to be their home stadium on the road.
Simple, right? So fan experience, when you talk about it, let's just start with seats. One of the first things we did in a design meeting was Arthur sat in a seat that's 19 inches. That's the Georgia Dome. That's a lot of college football stadiums. Heck, a lot of college football stadiums are narrower than that. We picked 21 inches. Why? He thought it was more comfortable. Good for the fans. Added a little cost to us because the building got bigger. On food, we have a fan council of 5,000 people that have signed up for our fan council. We ask them questions about everything about fan experience, whether it's sound, food, whatever. On food, we let them tell us what restaurants they wanted in the building, and then we went and got those restaurants, all driven by them, not driven by us. We didn't take one sponsorship dollar for those food people to come in our building. We just wanted the quality of their food in the building. So we tried to look at everything from a fan's perspective.
What's it like to have one of the biggest games of the season
really cool.
in your stadium?
Well, really cool. I mean, to think that your first game is going to be Alabama, Florida State. I grew up as a young kid in college football. My dad was a college football coach, so he loved to play big games early. Loved to come play Alabama. Loved to play it. So I'm glad to see college football get back to that. And for us to be able to host it will be really neat. What we like is the exposure the stadium will get to other fans, not just Falcon fans, not just our soccer team, Atlanta United, but to get to Alabama fans, to get to Florida State fans, to bring the Georgia Tech fans in, and then also bring Tennessee in. So within the first 10 days of the stadium, we'll have about 280,000 people in the building. So we'll be off and running.
You mentioned a couple times in your speech and out here that cost a little bit more. Why was it important to just look at it as this is necessary, let's go ahead and pay for it?
Arthur's phrase that he used on us that I liked a lot was, let's say no to no good idea, right? Any good idea we should say yes to and find a way to say yes. And we shouldn't do it by taking something else away from the building. That added cost because we continued to add things as we saw things and as our fans gave us more feedback. I think it made the building a lot better. I think one of the things we did though is we never wanted to sacrifice. Like I made the point in there about escalation and elevators. People want to be able to get in and out of a building. Well, guess what? When you start eliminating escalators and elevators because of cost, they can't get in and out of the building very well. So all that was important to us. I hope when you go in, you're going to say, wow, they thought of everything. I know you're not. I know there's some things we probably didn't get right, but I will tell you, it will not be because we didn't ask and we didn't try to get it right.
Last question.
Anything else? Hey,
Good?
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.